Dave. My name is Jeff Belanger. I'm the captain of Team Canada.
I'm Angus Young from Team GB and I'm the captain of our bicycle.
In the first ever Quad Tandem World Championship Cup.
And we are on day 14 of the Quad Tandem World Championships, our last day of racing from Portland down into San Francisco, raising money for mental health awareness and research charities.
Day 14, final stretch. I think we're down to about 40 miles left.
We've ridden through some really beautiful scenery. We've had a little bit of an athletic edge, but mechanically we've been struggling.
It's been a grind. It's been grueling physically, mentally, emotionally.
It's been stressful. We've been let down by a lot of mechanicals.
We're only 2 minutes behind and anything could happen.
The race was a rolling start. The reason for that is for safety, so you're not immediately starting from the gun. One team will normally roll ahead and then you'll pull up beside each other and the two captains will decide on the point from which they're going to start, and then once you pass that point, that's when the gun goes. So the profile of the race was very, very rolling. Generally what would happen would be Team GB would pull ahead on the hills and then Canada would catch us on the descents. It would be like that back and forth the whole time. So that lasted for about half an hour. We got 9 miles in. There was a long, steady incline. We'd just about managed to pull away from the Canadians to get a measurable gap when we heard over the radio that they'd suffered a mechanical. Because this was the last day and it was so close, Jeff and I had made an agreement that if either teammate did a mechanical, we'd wait up. That was so that the race wouldn't be decided on who had a mechanical and who didn't. It's a much fairer way, there's less chance involved in it, and it'd be down to the individual ability of the two teams. Yeah, I can definitely see it. I think the wheel's fine.
Yeah?
I think it's the tyre.
Yeah, so we were ripping down this massive hill going about 75 kilometers an hour, and I looked down at my front wheel and it had a really significant wobble in it, which made me very concerned. So we pulled over and found out there was a big lump in our tire. It's probably on the verge of exploding, so we're just glad that we caught it beforehand.
Coming around. He says he's coming around.
Thank you.
So when I went back to help out Jeff, Skira came running down the hill and discovered that we'd managed to break a spoke. We hadn't actually realised this while cycling, but it's still a big fix. So I went back up to our bicycle and repaired the spoke, which took about half an hour.
Front tire has been replaced, we are up and running, the Brits have fixed their spoke, and we are back on the road.
We carried on in a similar fashion to the morning. We were back and forth the whole way. We then turned off the Highway 1 onto a quieter road. The Canadians then managed to pull out a fairly measurable gap on us on the flats, which led us to have to really, really work hard to try and catch them on the hill.
Basically, we took the lead on the Brits. We outpowered them, out-ripped them on the bike in the flats. And then we came into quite a nasty looking hill and we were giving her everything that we could give her. Dig deep!
The Canadian team had about a minute on us when we started the hill. After about 3 or 4 minutes of climbing, we managed to just about close the gap and overtake them.
And then we came into quite a nasty looking hill and we were giving her everything that we could give her. Again, the Brits passed us, as they do on hills. Fuck!
The hub's busted, look at. Alright,
I'm trying it.
Okay.
We put shoes
Here,
on.
Jay.
Broke our hub.
Burn the hub!
Yeah. So what we've done
Our
here
hub broke.
is pushed our bike
It's just,
beyond its
it's way
limits.
too much pressure. I heard a couple clicks and that just totally went.
12 force.
So it won't even the hub's totally busted. So, yeah, it was just pushing it too hard. We were going too steep, and it was just too much pressure on it.
Good hustle, boys. Yeah. That's the power going through these quad tandems. It's too much. Bikes are made for one person, not four to race.
I mean, it's a good race today. Say that, I'm working hard.
Yeah, we were both chuffing down that flat.
Oh, so annoying. Yeah, we want our finish line moment.
Oh man.
We want a finish line moment. I don't think we're going to get it today.
Look at that.
So, to be honest, I can't fix this.
Yeah.
It's
broken.
Yes.
So what about finishing the race?
That's,
Day 1 started with a lot of back and forth racing but ended early due to a road closure.
Road's closed.
Day 2 got the van stuck in some sand, Team Canada blew a tire, and Team Great Britain won their second stage with an 11-minute overall lead. Day 3, the Brits missed the lunch spot, then break their chain 4 times to fall behind the Canadians by 18 minutes.
First W, boys!
Day 4, bike repairs, broken helmets, and a sick Hamilton meant less time to race, so teams agree to a hill climb time trial where the Brits close the gap by 2 minutes. Day 5, Adam's camera breaks and falls onto the highway while Team Great Britain closes the gap to just 6 minutes as they arrive in California. Oh yeah, then the Canadians dominate them in a boat race. Day 6, racing starts at a giant Paul Bunyan statue, then ends as the Brits call their mulligan after blowing a tire and Ryan removes his pants on camera. Day 7 and 8 were media days, spent giving interviews, selling Worth hats, and participating in a
group ride, party ride. It's gonna be more partying than riding, I feel like.
Day 9 had the teams racing through the Redwood State Park where the Brits break their hub and run 11 kilometers to the finish line while Team Canada takes the wrong route.
You guys are here.
how do you guys get here?
We rode here.
Yeah? Which route?
The route that you're supposed to take.
No?
Day 10 was another bike repair day where nothing interesting happened. Day 11, Riley turns into a diva.
Okay, and scatter! Okay, scatter clear.
And the Brits break their hub again on the hill climb, making them run to the finish again. But in the afternoon stage, they managed to bring their rattling bike in first to take the overall lead back for the first time since day 3.
We finished the stage!
Day 12, another bike repair day, this time in Fort Bragg, and the Canadians put their beards up for a donation challenge after catching the Brits shaving their bodies. Day 13, racing starts with a great drone shot before Team Canada snaps a chain and calls their mulligan to keep their deficit to Team GB to only 2 minutes. Which brings us back to here, with Team Canada broken down on the side of the road and both teams trying to decide how this will all end.
Right?
I'm kind of the opinion that I think we should call the race at this point. Forget pushing at 5K. We're gonna be on, at best case, a questionable hub that we haven't ridden. I think at this point it's safe to say that we can present the trophy to the Brits and say that they're the superior cyclists. Yeah. And that's my opinion. But
yeah, I'm totally with you.
You
as
know,
far as like needing to race, I don't need to. I'm just wondering if is this an okay ending?
I think it feels right at this point. Like, I think it feels like we gave her hell up until this point.
So is this the first moment we can declare the Brits the winners of the first Quad Tandem World Championship race?
I think
Congratulations, guys! We have our first ever winners of the Quad Tandem World Championships, Team Great Britain! This is not the way we wanted it to end, but I think it's pretty fitting. If you've joined us since the beginning, thank you. If you've just joined today, welcome. I'm Michael. This is DownieLive. I'm an adventure vlogger and go all over the world behind the scenes. The race is over, but tomorrow we go into San Francisco. We have a celebration. There's a whole lot more to come. So if you haven't already, subscribe. It's been great having you. And if not, we will see you tomorrow.